The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
South Africa against Internacional.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to his defence and throughout the team.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Torres. Chance! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly... Memento! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bebeto is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Tacho with the clearance. Oh, shooting chance! So it's going to be another corner. This is their second corner of the game. Terrific effort! And he's heaved it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Stojkovic, and the shot! And that's a tidy finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Internacional are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Can he get on the end of this? Tries to cross. Getting up there! He will be livid with himself.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking to play him in. Now it's Torres. Torres stood his ground strongly. Just eases him off the ball. Tries to play it through. He's having a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Internacional find a position of real strength now. South Africa are 3 down and sinking. Messi. He has found the way through. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Produces... He's rising! And that's a good finish. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible, and the finish unearned.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Number 17.
So could they be onto something here? Rijkaard. He is always looking to break lines. Oh, it's Bebeto.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Hazard. Hazard going face to face with his great rival. And it's Stojkovic. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Adams. Figo. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Kimmich. Oh, that's a key interception. Maradona. While facing up to his adversary. This and the shot! That is delicious! A finish right from the top draw. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
South Africa now just needing one.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. It's a good ball out wide. Messi receives it in a one. And Messi! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Messi has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
And here's Neymar. And he's had it nicked away. And he's intervened well there. Rijkaard. Messi. Now it's Stojkovic. Nicely weighted ball. Well read. And the danger is... Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
3 minutes at a time.
Maradona. And he was quick to react. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Rijkaard running with intent. Tries to get it clear. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. And claimed it back swiftly. And the whistle goes for half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about...
And he shoots! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's there to belt it away. Internacional have it back and can go again. Rijkaard threads one in, and here's Messi. Stojkovic looking to add to his goal. No, that's been intercepted. Belletti. Messi. He's had a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
a look and place it forward. Oh, easy pickings there. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Stojkovic. Nicely spread. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's picked out the run. Messi! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this is Messi. Azar. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Great vision. Engages and forces him off the ball. Bebeto was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now he's off and running. No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. He's found a way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Can he get it through? Maradona. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And that's a simple one for the keeper. And the counter is on. And he's managed to get free. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Looking for the run. Spread neatly. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Roberto Carlos has the space to scheme.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's a corner kick.
Substitution for South Africa.
South
Number
Africa
17,
have their third corner.
Bebeto. Number 18, Figo. Number 11,
Decent attempt, but not
Number
quite good
2,
enough.
Cafu. Number
So their
20,
fourth corner of the game.
Neymar. Coming on the field, number 7.
Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Davids.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Looking for options for movement. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage.
And a chance! They want to be quick to recover this. That's a throw. Look at the space here. Roberto Baggio. Maradona. He's a sharp little ball here. Internacional desperately searching for the winner here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Substitution in progress.
So here comes a substitution. De Bruyne. Haaland, real chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And there goes the final whistle. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Messi voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Please take this opportunity to pay a
So,
visit
Tim,
to
how
our
do you
official
reflect
store
on what
where
we've seen?
memorabilia from
Listen, the
today's
more
match
this game...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Gabon.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's little surprise, Peter, that this fella Tonali gets compared to some real legends of the game. The style of play, even his appearance. Yes, he'll be the one expected to take up a deeper role and play make from back there. But I see him as having a lot more than that in his game. His positioning is key. He reads the game particularly well. He's headed for stardom.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, that's well spotted. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
There they go, hunting again.
And Romario! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Gabon with the corner, there first. Oh, shooting chance! And he's there to get it away. Quality ball. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making an
real chance! They've scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Romario. He's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Romario! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Gabon are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Vitinha. Knocks it into space. Well, played right into his path. He's shifting, takes a shot! Ronaldinho.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And this is Messi. Beckham, plenty to aim at here. Ball gets his head on it! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Beckham. Tries to play, tries a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Bebeto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And they've got rid. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Cafu. Messi has the space to scheme. He's found a way through. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Looks across and plays it in. Romario. Schneider. Oh, well measured.
They've got to be quick moving.
He's in! Must be! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances. Hazard is standing over this one. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Snyder! It tries one from range. It's hit the upright. Beckham. And that is a little undercooked. He won't be happy with that one. Looking for a runner. Now it's Neymar. Tonali, who's set up one goal so far. Showing great feet there. It's a promising position, and he was alert to it. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Adams gets over and intercepts. And it's Beckham. And they win it back again. Well, that looks a decent ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as...
And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Oh, that's a key interception. Vitinha. And this is Hazard. He's picked his way through. Beckham. Over to the right flank. He has found the way through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, no joy this time.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Looking tidy in possession here. Great ball, and he's in here. That's a corner kick. This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, now he goes for a shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
It's a pretty loose pass. Hazard, very much a man of this moment. Zanetti gets into a good position. Corner number 3 coming up. Rijkaard with the clearance. Well, they're looking at the referee. Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. How very smart. He just got it right.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Capon find a position of real strength now. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, this is Romario. Chance, surely! And no mistake. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless. A class of their own.
Yeah, that's really...
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Fernandes is having a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Terrific effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Zanetti. And the return pass. Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Beckham. And he's quick to return it. That has been slung wide. Played into the box. And that should get the job done. Shot a goal! And that's a tidy finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But
Haaland! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, good climb! Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Zanetti. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Ronaldinho. Driving on and making good progress. Decent chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. And he's there to clear it. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Beckenbauer. Arsenal have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
And that could set him on his way. He's found a way through. And the shot! Brilliant save from Buffon! Zola. Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. Now it's Petit. Cross into the box. Cleared away.
Haaland really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Knocks it into space. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Zola. Now it's Messi. Beckham, looking for the run. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. Haaland! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Nicely shaped cross. So, third corner of the game. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Beckham. And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking. Zanetti. Zanetti is fouled. Stam. And it's Zanetti. Zola. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that pass just didn't quite work. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tries a shot! Petit. Beckham. Ronaldinho. That has been cut short. Zanetti. Now it's Neymar. He is through here. Good read, needed to be. And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
And just a quick reminder,
So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. South Africa kick off the second half. This is a promising build-up. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ronaldinho looking for a runner, and he was quick to react. Stam is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Fernandez. Haaland. Couldn't squeeze it through. Can he get it through? Messi. Showing good feet. Oh, that is chance for a shot!
Neymar really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Haaland couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Haaland is onto this. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Substitution in progress.
Cafu. Now, can they get him away? Fernandez can so cleverly bypass the press. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Gets a good foot in there. Takes a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to...
Goes for goal! Frustratingly close. O'Reilly is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Space for him to turn and look. Chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's Beckham. And Beckham! And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
South Africa still have the cards to affect this game. Beckham. There he goes, motoring forward. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Beckham. So what can they make of this? Stam. O'Reilly. Stam. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Khan. And here's Mbappe. Messi. Shot, surely! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 13.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them pull themselves right back into it. Again, can they hang on?
Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
Number 24. Gattuso.
Substitution
Substitutions taking
best.
place.
And it's Gattuso. Great vision.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Into the channel. He's got away. Shapes to shoot. And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going two down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Mbappe! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Now it's Hazard, and he's picked out the run. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 23.
Arsenal have opted to make another change here. Ibrahimovic getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
South Africa clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There's the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
No, that was never going to make it. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. He's shifting through the gears here. Not the most convincing of passes. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And here's Ibrahimovic. And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
South Africa against Netherlands.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Manchester United.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Now it's Neymar. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That has been cut short. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Neymar. Aims beyond the... Goes for a shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
South Africa are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Tries to play it through. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
South Africa clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, good take and oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. This then to draw level. That is some save from Khan. Adams. And here's Roberto Carlos. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Cafu making good progress on the right-hand side. And it's Gerrard. Good running, strong and purposeful. Pass is just off target. Beckenbauer. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Well, played right into his path. Hakimi is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Has a look and plays it forward. Gerrard spots it and intercepts. Chance for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Messi. Haaland. He leaps for it. And he couldn't finish.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
Baresi. Played out towards the right wing. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Van Nistelrooy.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Can he get it through? Beckham in acres of space out wide. Oh, great leap! And that's a tidy finish. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Manchester United.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and
Messi! They've got to be quick to recover this. Beckham, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And he's and Girassi. Girassi! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Opts to play it back. Beckham. He's going to be disappointed with that. Shot could be on.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Neymar. And that is out of play. Beckenbauer. Neymar. Now it's Beckham. Oh, he's bustling through here. And that pass isn't the best. Roberto Carlos. Spread to the right. Beckham.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Knocks it into space. Bellingham. Distributed tidily. That has not gone well. Thinks about the shot. He has found a way through. That is great defending, so alert. And that signals the end of the first period. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substitution for South Africa. Number 14, Beckham. Coming on the field
The
is
second half then, just getting
19,
going.
Belletti.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Pass somewhat off target. South Africa come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And here's Haaland. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Caught offside that time. Cafu. It's a pretty loose pass. Bellingham. Now it's Girassi. Beckham with the cross. It's a goal kick. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And the keeper's got it again. Costa Curta makes the interception. That's destined for the flank. Not where it came from. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
South Africa clearly didn't help themselves by...
Chance, surely! And that's in! And again they hit the front. Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
South Africa leading now.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Messi's cross, and that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Girassi. Can he get on the end of this? He's found a way through. Beckham with a header! And yes, it's there! is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the box
Tries one from range. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Adams clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, that's clever. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Great vision. Now it's Haaland. Drives it in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. South Africa are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He's picked his way through. Oh, it's come loose. That's a good run he's making there. Van Nistelrooy! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This
Great chance! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Haaland. Can he finish? And there's a goal. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Substitution for South Africa, number 24, Gerard.
So we have movement on both benches. Quite a game this, all square again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Number 7, Mbappe.
That should get the job done.
13,
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now it's Beckham. Romario unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ronaldinho.
Oh, great feat, that. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Belletti.
Looking for the run. Picked out. It's Basho!
It's a good run, that. Great timing.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was...
Oh, he gets his head on it! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Nicely weighted ball. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flat. Roberto Baggio! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Roberto Baggio actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Now it's Beckham. Davids. He won't be happy with that one. Looking to play him in. And the referee brings it to a close. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. boys. It's just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get
Hello,
ready to lock
everybody, and
horns.
welcome
This
to
is
today's
football
match.
at its finest.
South Africa against Borussia
Just
Dortmund.
listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Well, Jim, Marcus Rashford's best position has been something that's up for debate for quite a while. What do you think?
Well, I don't think he's a pure number 9. He doesn't have the physicality for that. He's not a target man either, Peter, so, as the player himself has said...
Goes for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. South Africa with the corner. They're first. Chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Borussia Dortmund finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Makalele calmly anticipates. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, well measured. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, and the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This is their second corner of the game. Cafu is there, and he can get that clear. South Africa leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Good ball, good take. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Rashford. Threads one in. He has a look up. Real chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Borussia Dortmund certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Makalele is there, and he can pick it up. Tries to pass it through. He has found the way through. Akanji proves too strong. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi, and he's managed to get free. That's an excellent interception. Diaz is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And he's had it nicked away. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's really well manoeuvred. It's a threatening... And a chance! And that's a tidy finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's picked his way through. Brilliantly cut out. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He is just caressing the ball. And here's Haaland. Beckham. Well timed, excellent interception. Diaz! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And now they can spring out of defence. That has ended up in no man's land. That's going to go a long way. That's a nicely shaped ball. Chance for a shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Now he's off and running. That's been cut out, well played. And he was quick to react. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Albert Ferrer. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Ronaldinho, pass somewhat off target. Diaz. Great vision. Hoisted in. Gerrard. Bebeto gets a foot in here. He's found a way through. Messi finding himself in space. That's very neat. Plenty to aim at here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. He's hit it long, but astray. And Bebeto! He's got away with one there. Cafu.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Messi. Nicely weighted ball. And he's there to get it away. Cafu spots it and intercepts. Looking to play him in. Cross needs... There's the header! And that is the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so we're off again. That has not gone well. Kahn. Schlotterbeck is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. He's shifting through the gears here. Rashford! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Just eases him off the ball. Ball in towards the middle. Kahn deals with that nice and simple. Beckham. That's a pretty loose pass. Sends it crossfield. And it's Rashford. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And he plays one through. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Costa Curta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Goes down, but nothing given. Can he get on the end of this? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, what a mistake! There's the shot! He's got a goal! And they're back in front! That was a given, it always was.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And yes, it's him again! Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Messi currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Quality ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well, that looks a decent ball. Nice interception, well timed. And Messi! Oh, crossbar! Rashford, not the most accurate pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Makaleli, good purposeful running this. Beckham, and he's intervened well there. Akanji is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Makaleli. Pass is just off target.
Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Oh, looking big chance! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! About as smooth as it gets! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
South Africa are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Beckham. Beckham! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Pressing high and with purpose. Lovely pass, but can he get that? Tries a shot! Oh, good ball! It's Neymar! Oh, he's been caught napping. Doué getting this one clear. Haaland. Oh, super ball! Oh, shooting chance! Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
South Africa visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
This is wonderful for...
Header! It goes to show he is human after all.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
It's a pretty loose pass. Serginho. That pass isn't the best. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
South Africa clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Applies the finish! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done. Shot a goal! And it's in! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Belletti.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Oh, that's ambitious. And we're done. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Netherlands against South Africa.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Messi! Oh, it's come loose. Now it's Totti.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cafu. And it's Figo. Now he's got space here. That's a shade optimistic. Kajolu. Ronaldinho. Now who's going to be first to this? Totti. To Gerrard. Totti. Cafu kept his eye on it, and he's there. And the pass is intercepted. And it's gone back to the keeper. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nemecha. Now it's Pato. So it is still 0-0. He's picked his way through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's good running with the ball. It's Figo! South Africa with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries to get it clear. Figo making good progress on the right-hand side. Now this could be a... He's had a shot! It's a throw-in. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Haaland. Berry. And they've got a throw. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Pato. Figo. Nemecha cuts it out. Pato going after that. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Cruyff. And that's been drilled in. Great vision. Good read, needed to be. That's an imaginative pass. Chiellini spots it and intercepts. That's a sharp pass. And here's Cruyff. Gerrard. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Gerrard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
South Africa have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And here's Ronaldinho! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Figo. Oh, this is a good... Takes a shot! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Haaland really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Cafu. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Kadiolu. Cruyff. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Might be... And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Cruyff. Ronaldinho. The referee's awarded a free kick. So, a temporary halt to the action. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So, into the second half.
South Africa are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Oh, just skips. Big chance! Goal! And the game has liftoff. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
After 48 minutes is number 5.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Played into space. Now that is a hefty challenge. The Netherlands needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Totti gets into a good position. It's a promising position. Pass somewhat off target. Now, can they get him away? No, that's been intercepted. The Netherlands disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And it's Figo. Messi. Cafu. Cafu plays it in. Gerrard tries to clear. Oh, well played, well played. Totti. The message is clear. None shall pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, just a keeper now. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that was vital. Real chance! And no mistake. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is...
It's Pato! Goal, the Netherlands! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
5 minutes is number 9, Alexandre Pato. Alexandre Pato. Alexandre Pato.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach. And Totti! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish right from the top draw! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Francesco Totti. Francesco Totti.
The Netherlands go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline.
And Cruyff! And the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Chance for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Substitution for Netherlands. Number 14.
The Netherlands choosing to make the first change.
Number 91. Francesco Totti. Number 8. Gerard.
There's a sharp
Number
little ball
23.
here.
Felix
Rijkaard.
Fletcher.
Now it's Del
Playing
Piero.
midfield, Number 10. Del
Haaland
Piero.
being hounded,
Number
manhandled at
22.
times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Look at the space here! And a header! Pato. Pirlo. Now it's Del Piero. That's been cut out, well played. Ronaldinho. Neymar in acres of space out wide. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Pato. He's had it taken off him. He's given it away. Cafu. Now it's Figo. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's shifting through the gears here. Shifted it to the flank. Ronaldinho.
That's positional gold. The utilisation of space.
Oh, that's fabulous. No way through. Pirlo. Now it's Bellingham. Ronaldinho. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Kajolu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. He is through here. That is good strength. Kajolu gets a cross in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Kajolu, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's running Bellingham! Oh, he has leathered that.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
And that is that. South Africa played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
A quick reminder today that smoking
Jim,
is
how do you
only
reflect
allowed
on
in
what
areas
we've
showing
seen?
this map.
Well, there was a
Thank you for
distinct
your
lack of
cooperation.
clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
South Africa against Milan.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola.
Yamal! Nearly, but not quite.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Oh, good spread. And here's Stojkovic. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Terrific effort! Hazard finds himself offside. It's a searching pass. There's the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
South Africa with the corner. They're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the most accurate pass. Cafu. Looking for the run. He is through here. Pirlo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! That was superb goalkeeping.
Ronaldinho is offering a right smile there.
South Africa have their second corner now. He's had a shot! It's in! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
After 12 minutes is number 8. Raul!
So, a breakthrough already.
Raul!
And it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic running with intent. Great vision. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Taken back almost at once. And the shot! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the...
Just the keeper in his way. And a chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hazard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, good-looking ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know. And
Shot a goal! And how good was that? Oh, it really is is a finish of the highest order. And the comeback is complete. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Goes for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out. This ended up in no man's land. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Davids concedes a free kick for that. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Off target by a whisker. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Oh, really well played.
He's got away. Pirlo. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And he's worked it through, and he's found a way past. Baresi calmly anticipates. Beckham. This is promising. Guardiola. Ronaldinho. And he's intervened well there. Guardiola. He's a sharp little ball here. Count receives it in a wide position. The ball goes in. Getting up there! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's hit it long, but astray. Haaland. Now it's Raul. Pass somewhat off target. South Africa are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played out wide. And that is headed for the middle. And they've got a throw. The ball's gone astray. Cafu makes a move down the right. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Yamal carries the ball down the right. Beckham. Beckham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's picked it up out wide. Here's Ibrahimovic! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game.
There will be three.
Oh, good effort! Beckenbauer clears without hesitation. That has not gone well. And it's Ronaldinho. And he plays one through. A header! And he's followed. It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
That today's match day
And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution for South Africa, number 6.
So the action resumes.
Coming on to replace him.
South Africa really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Haaland. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Beckenbauer is there to clear. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Cafu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Stojkovic can see things others simply cannot. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Tries to pass it through, and this is roll. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, that's a key interception. Ronaldinho. So we've reached the hour mark. Oh, nicely intercepted. And now the breakaway. Can he get on the end of this? And he's worked it through. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Ronaldinho. The ball is loose and the chase is on. South Africa do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. South Africa really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And he's got away from him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's a pretty loose pass. Guardiola is always looking to break lines. Beckham just eases him off the ball. Guardiola. Well, that is one way to stop him. Always goal side. Hazard. So, and the shot! Oh, good finish. And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Oh, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
After 77 minutes.
Milan now in a position far more desirable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And it's Ronaldinho, and he skips past his man. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Not the most accurate pass. Beckham. Nicely spread. Cafu. Drives it in. Goal! And in that moment, he has his 50th goal.
Substitution for South Africa. Number 14.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 9.
Just one in it now.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Erling Haaland. Coming on the field, number 24.
Bergkamp, Costa Curta spots it and intercepts.
Number 13.
Messi, a player who needs no introduction.
Number 20.
Distributed tidily.
Substitution
Cruyff
taking place.
in acres of space out wide. And that should get the job done.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
It's a good ball out wide. Thiago threads one in. Now it's Cantona. He's shifting through the gear. Oh, great header! Defending of the desperate variety. South Africa. So that's it. It is all over. South Africa illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with
And
nothing.
a quick reminder today, everybody, to make
How would you
sure
sum
to
up
put
what
any
we've
litter
witnessed,
in the
Jim?
bins
Well, in all
provided.
honesty, Peter,
Thank you
this
for your
would have been
cooperation.
seen as a very winnable game, but it turned into a typical case of how not to maximise your home advantage. And I think when you look back on it, Peter, the crowd played its part, there's no doubt about that. They got a bit down on their team, you know, early in the game, and it just went downhill from there.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.